Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I have it's kind of a pick a card, but it's kind of pick of a number first. This is a double blind pick a card. What I want you to do is pick a number between 1 and 10. So, what I did is I took the first 10 Lenormand and I shuffled them and I put them down. So, I don't know what order they're in, I don't know which pile is which. And so this is completely in the universe for you. So whatever the universe has put a number in your head between 1 and 10, that means that this message is for you. If your number doesn't show up, that means these messages aren't for you. And so this pick a card is, what is the blockage to my money? I'm going to suggest that if your number doesn't show up, that you don't have any blockages. Um, for your money. It might be something else. And why am I saying money instead of abundance? Since I'm going more for spirit and our angels and talking to Corey. I'm going to tell you why. The word abundance is actually quite loaded. Look at how steady my energy is. The word abundance is actually quite loaded. Do you want abundance of debt? Do you want abundance of junk? Do you want abundance of clothes coming out of your closet? Oh, yeah, some of you do. Do you want like an abundance of food going bad? Like abundance can be good and bad, it's a double edged sword. And right now, people are specifically asking for money. Maybe you've had big bills come in, unexpected bills, like a funeral you weren't expecting to pay for. It's summertime. Maybe you want to go on a bit of a holiday or run to the beach for a weekend. Oh, yeah, look at it. Everyone's like, yes, I want extra money to go enjoy my summer. Um, Money buys a lot of freedom and a lot of more peaceful sleeping nights, if you know what I mean. So let's just ask, what is blocking the money? What is blocking the money? So that's what we're asking. So we're going to start. And my intention is that Corey's going to guide you to what number you want to pick, or your spirit guides, or he's going to whisper in your spirit guide's ears because he knows what these cards are. He saw me shuffle them. So are you ready, Corey? Oh, yeah, look at that. Yes, he is. So pick a number between, thank you, pick a number between 1 and 10. And like I said, I have no idea what these piles are either. This is double blind. So if you have chosen, oh, number 3, ship. Now, this actually could be you're hoping for money for a vacation. You are hoping for your money to, so if you chose number 3, this is your pile. You chose the money that you've invested will come back, or money that you have, perhaps you started a little business and now your ship is coming in. So this could be that you're either going to have the money for that vacation, or that money in that investment, whether it's a business or you bought some stocks, or your home, maybe you want to flip a house. The money is coming. The money is definitely coming. And we have a 3 here. So it might be as soon as August 3rd, could be July 30th, July 31st, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. But it'll be very soon. This is a fast move. It's a movement card. The ship is moving. The sails are full. It's not standing still. So the money is on the way. So let's see what the block is, because even though the cards are saying the money is on the way, if you chose card number 3, let's see what the blocks are so you stop doing those blocks. Also, like all my pick a cards, think of a yes or no question, because we have a yes or no angel card at the end. You can always pause this once you're done. All right, so let's find out what your blocks are. Why were you worried about the money coming in? Or why were you worried that the money wasn't going to be here for a holiday or a getaway? What was the block that is blocking that money? Ascended masters, devoted spirits with specific intentions. Okay, now this is very interesting because perhaps you are praying, or your manifestation is not going quite well. You're not doing the right um, affirmations. That's what I'm getting. You're not praying to the right people. You're not doing your right affirmations. Perhaps you're praying and hoping they do all the work. A lot of people I see that they do that. They pray and pray and pray, but they don't do anything. It's like sitting on the couch eating chips, hoping that your weight's going to drop off because you've done the affirmation. I'm so slender and healthy and skinny. So this is telling me that part of your blockage is you may have to look at your affirmations or who you're praying from. Now, one of the things that just popped into my mind is the Lord's Prayer, which is in the Bible. It is the best manifestation prayer that you can ever listen to. And I have it in my playlist under oh, I can't remember, something Mondays, Manifestation Mondays. Anyways, the Lord's Prayer is a manifestation prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, that's your higher self. Hallowed be thy name. Never say anything bad about yourself. Thy kingdom come, what I'm asking for, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So how you are doing your manifestation is how things come to you. So I would review that. I would review it. Your angels are telling you, please review that because that's what's causing some blocks in your money. What's next one here? Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. All play, all work and no play. That's what I'm getting here. So perhaps that do need to find that balance, that vacation. Take a power nap is the same thing as going to the beach, enjoying an afternoon on the beach. Um, so find balance in your work. So perhaps you're grasping too hard for money, working too hard for money, you're making money the focus of your life. Deep quiet meditation and stillness. Wow, this is really telling you that maybe you're asking too hard. Maybe like you're so desperate for it, you're chasing money away. I would definitely, and you don't have to buy any package. I would definitely like just go on YouTube and look for Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, how to blast through your money blocks because you're obviously asking the wrong way. It showed up the Ascendant Masters right there. You have a 40 and 11. So right now that's telling me you are a master at it, but you're a master at also keeping it away. Broken open. Look at the meditation. Look at be still and know that I am God. That's what I'm hearing for you. Broken open. Yeah, you need to definitely take that vacation. All your hard work is going to pay off. And I know you're probably saying, how can I take a vacation? I have no money. And the money is coming. Here's the blockage right here. You're too desperate for it. Perhaps you're thinking that money is the only way to get that vacation. Perhaps you could manifest that. Maybe you have a good friend who has a cabin by a lake, and they call you and invite you to come up for a couple of days. Think of other ways. Maybe you can do a staycation at home. Go offline, turn off your Wi-Fi, have that nap, do something so you can meditate on that. It's coming. Look at that. The ship, and yet the ship is coming in. Hope is on the horizon. In the face of challenges, remember that nothing lasts forever. Trust that the universe has good things in store for you. And my ear is ringing like crazy. Like crazy. So this is a really loud message if you chose number 3. Your ship is coming in. It absolutely is, but you need to let go of the grasp that you have on the desperation. Quit focusing on your debt. Quit focusing on it not being there. Learn to turn your affirmations around. Very strong message for you if you chose number 3. And your yes or no question, you can pause it now and reframe it. And the answer is 1, 2, 3. Listen to your intuition. Is your intuition telling you take a break? I know that's such a vague answer. Oh, look at that. The clock agrees with me. It's such a vague answer, but all the answers are inside you. All the answers are inside you. You know, perhaps in your desperation, nothing is going right. You know what they say, when you find yourself digging a hole, first thing you need to do is put down the shovel. All right. All right. So pile number 2. I have no idea. So pick a number between 1 and 10 that's not 3. And then all right, if you chose, number 5, this message is for you. And it's the tree. And this might have something to do with your health. Interesting. The first one was movable and the tree is unmovable, right? Um, this might be telling you to stand still, uh, quit trying so hard, quit, um, maybe your health is your blockage back. But maybe you're looking for money to improve your health. Maybe you're spending too much money on your health. So that becomes a block too, spending too much money. It starts to create a bit of a mountain, a bit of an obstacle, that you're spending your money on one thing that is creating this lump of something that blocks it going elsewhere. So you have the tree. So again, your blockage might be your health. Maybe you're just not in a space to do your affirmations or to work. Maybe you're waiting on a disability. Let's find out. What do we have here for you? Talent guides, spirit mentors, and teachers. Yeah, maybe it's time to, maybe because of your health, or maybe because you're stuck, maybe you need to find a mentor or a teacher and learn something new. Maybe you were dead set on being a life coach and it's just not going anywhere and you just aren't doing well with it. Maybe it's time to learn something new. What does your mentor say? Does it say you need to pivot? Does it need to say, I know you really like this, but it's more of a hobby than something you can make money from? This might be something that you really need to look at to pivot, definitely. And just trust your spirit and mentors, um, that they can help you. Um, Maybe perhaps your health is not allowing you to do your job. So perhaps you do have to take a new course and learn something completely new. I mean, if you had a very active job and you've put your back out, now you got to think of something else you can do, possibly online, work from home, that kind of thing. But it looks like your money block is your inertia and not being able to move forward for whatever reason. Health, maybe your industry is dying out. Perhaps you're working at the last Blockbuster store, for example. So they're telling you now your blockage to your money is that there's nothing new in your life and you need to look at your natural God-given talents and look at that way to create more money in your life. Tree wisdom. This tree dryad, look at tree, will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. And look at that. We have music here and music here. And look at the wood of a tree makes flutes and guitars and all kinds of string instruments, violins, and maybe something to do with music. Maybe you need to listen to some music and dance a little bit and get your energy flowing. Look at this. We got a couple of double messages here. Magician sword, confidence in your magic. And look, this is almost a tree itself. I'm going to say that you absolutely have some other talent that you aren't using, and that's your blockage. I'm going to say it's something that is, I'm going to say it's something, perhaps it's your voice. Perhaps you can teach people how to speak. Perhaps you are a great storyteller. Perhaps you are, you can do YouTube videos. Perhaps you're a singer. Perhaps it is something to do with music. Perhaps you can teach children how to sing. Perhaps you can be a choir director, that write speeches. I'm getting anything with the uh, just speaking. And when you think about it, speaking is not normally associated with movement. It's associated with either standing or sitting. I mean, unless you're a rock star, and you're all over the stage, but even they have to stop at one time to get those high notes out. So there's something here that perhaps you can teach online, or because teaching is speaking. So perhaps you have an innate ability, you have a natural ability. Remember, trees are of nature, that has always been within you, but for some reason you're not using it to make money. And you're following another path, you're pushing another path right here. And perhaps that path is making you sick. Perhaps you thought, oh, you wanted to be, let's say you want to, like, oh, I'm going to go become a policeman. And you get injured on the job, or military, and you get injured, somehow. And but your real talent that you came to do is teach music. Two totally different things. So whatever you were doing, the universe sent you signs and blockages that stopped you. Perhaps you were in some type of work, and you weren't using your abilities, and it got you got you depressed. You couldn't move forward. So this would, to me, is a teacher. So you're actually a teacher. So you could definitely do that through working from home and creating online courses. A merry motive. Look at more trees, more faux. Merry, look at this. And singing and dancing. There's something very happy about your soul. Something that joy wants to burst out, but you are not doing it. You're definitely not doing it. It's making you sick. And that's your blockage to money. If you would just do what your innate personality is, what you came here to do, the money would flow like crazy. And it's not do what you love and the money will come, because I love watching TV and eating chips. No one's going to pay me to do that. Share what you love and the money will come. I want to say that again. Share what you love and the money will come. That's the real saying. Behold beauty. Look at this. Kiss the frog and he turns into a prince. Not like Megan, who kissed a prince and turned into a frog. Behold beauty. When you insist the world is hostile and others are your enemies, don't be surprised if it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies fortunately work both ways. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? This job's too hard. It's making me sick. Oh, look at that. It did. Oh, I'm never going to go anywhere in this job. There's a glass ceiling. Oh, look, it did. Share what you love and the money will come. That's the promise of these cards. Now, here's your yes or no question. If you haven't formed it yet. So let's say after watching this, you're like, oh, should I teach painting? Or, oh, should I teach piano? Or, oh, should I become a speechwriter or some such thing? That might be your question now. So you can pause it, form your question in a yes or no, and I will reveal it. 1, 2, 3. Improving health. Look at that, how that matched up with the tree. As soon as you start to share what you love, your health is going to improve. Maybe that injury won't feel as bad anymore. Perhaps your depression will lift. I mean, some things you can't, if you have a cancer or something like that, just, singing isn't going to cure it, but it might make you feel a little bit better and improve your health. Isn't that interesting? We started with health and we ended with the angels are telling you. Share what you love. Not only will the money follow, your health will improve. All right. Let's see what the next pile is. Again, pick a number between 1 and 10. Of course, obviously not 3 and 5. And let's see what it is. Number 3 and 1. I wonder why I picked that. That wasn't in the pile of 1 to 10. How did that get in there? I'm going to say if you chose number 4, or perhaps you were doing, is it number 3 or is it number 1? Or number 1. The sun is number 1. Perhaps I saw the 1 because Ace of Hearts. I'm going to say that, what's the card telling me? If you wanted number 1 and the sun is number 1, number 1 sun. That's what we're going to go with. I don't know what we're going to do if the next card is a 1. This is obviously for somebody who perhaps the sun is in your zodiac sign right now. So if you're a Leo, and the sun does rule Leo, perhaps this is if somebody started something new. If you love the sun, not everyone loves the sun. Interesting. I wonder if my intuition saw the Ace of Hearts and I thought 1 right away. And I know, Lenormand, I know the sun isn't number 1. Nothing is an accident. Nothing is an accident. So this is also telling me maybe you're having too much fun in the sun. Maybe you want to make sure the spotlight is on you too much. Oh yeah, it is. Maybe maybe you're trying to grow too fast. Maybe you're trying to move things too fast. Maybe you're feeling really burnt out. Maybe you're feeling really burnt out. This really is leaning towards a number 1 for me if you chose number 1. I guess if the next pile is a number 1, I guess number 1 has 2 to deal with, or perhaps number 3 has 2 to deal with. Let's see. Let's see what the cards want to tell us. Family tree, expansion, legacy. Well, that's the sun, isn't it? That's the birth. I'm wondering now if this is somebody who has a brand new baby. The family tree, and it just feels like number 1, you expansion, legacy, you're dealing with a brand new baby, you're dealing with a brand new situation. Having a new baby in the house is very expensive. That could be your money block right now, is perhaps you're scared to spend money because, all the baby needs diapers. And so we can't go out for supper. We have to buy diapers. Or maybe you're making the baby an excuse. Now I see why it wanted the sun. That's the tarot card of birth, of new beginnings, of birthing something new. And here's the family tree. So now that makes sense. Now I see what you're doing. Now I see what you're doing. Um, oh, that spirit. So yeah, so perhaps you're a grandmother who has a new grandparent. You have a new grandbaby, and you're spending all your time there, and you're not paying attention to other things, and rightfully so. Other things can usually wait, but this is what's blocking your money right now. And I'm not saying that babies block money. I'm just saying mentally, perhaps you're now have stopped working, so there's less money coming into the house. And now you're thinking, oh, I better get back to work, rather than looking at other options. Perhaps you're on maternity leave, so there's just a dip. But there's something here to do with a new addition to the family. Now, I'm not saying that all babies are pets, but this also could be a pet. Perhaps a pet. Sometimes, if you're obviously in your 50s and it's baby time is over, perhaps you're getting a new pet, but it's something that now that you have to look after. And for some reason, it's either stopping you from working, or a lot of your money is going towards this new object or situation. It could even be that it's summertime and you've had to take the summer off, to for the children. They're off of school. Who's looking after them? You have to take 2 months no pay, so there's that situation. So it has something to do with something that's smaller than you, that you feel like you need to look after it. And so either it's costing you more money, or you're not working. And in your mind, that's a block. That's now put a block to your money, rather than looking at it from a different point of view. Let's see. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. There's something here about youthfulness. Definitely something. Also, shine, the sunshine, spotlight on you. So perhaps instead of looking at what you're missing, perhaps you're like, oh, I'm new mom, I'm wearing my new mom clothes, I got to dress up every day for work. Perhaps you can dress up at home, or for whatever, put your makeup on and dress up and just get that feeling of that you're not stuck. Um, Also, start to um, really be more appreciative of this new little one that is needs you. So shine from within, um, rather than like, so look at some of the positives of what's going on, the shine, the sun and the shining here. True beauty shines from within. It's time for you to shine. So perhaps it's like, sure, I'm not at work at my desk anymore, but look, I am a mother to this beautiful little soul who has entrusted me, and I'm going to shine as a mother and shine as a caretaker. And I've got this new little pet, or my pet is ill and needs me to look after, or my child is ill, or my child is home for the summer. So I'm going to take this opportunity and shine with it. I'm going to put the spotlight on how precious this time is rather than what I'm missing. I'm going to start to look at the beauty of all of this. Right? Can you hear the difference in the block? A tidy house, clarity, and organization. Now, this is all about being home, guys. This is, I'm going to say, a staycation. And look around and look at this. A one. The one showed up. So this is one through 31, one, and a one showed up. So if you did ask for a one, this is what your block is. And if you're like, this isn't making any sense whatsoever, perhaps it's your house. Maybe you're house poor, which is, maybe your mortgage is so great that you feel like you don't have a life outside of it. So you're constantly looking after this house. If that's the case, and it says shine from within, make your home the most beautiful home that you can with what you've got, right? And so that you feel proud when you're in that home and this is your baby. And instead of it being a block and a drag on your life, make it, instead of saying, oh, I want to go out and I want to do this and I want to do that, instead of giving all that money around, keep that money and make your life shine from the inside. Put the spotlight on where you are. Give warmth to your home. So instead of going out and spending $80 on a evening out, 80, $100, use that 80, $100 and maybe buy new paint and paint a room, or buy a new picture for that living room, brighten it up, or whatever. Some plants. So look at this is definitely something to do with your home life and your staycation, and look at the beauty of that rather than looking at outside of your life. Look at everything that you've got. Ears wide open. Oh, I love this little fox. I love this little fox. So this is what it you know what? Listen to what people are really saying when they're bragging about their latest acquisitions um, and their, maybe they're bragging about their children, or bragging about being at work, or bragging at something. When this ears wide open is really listen to what they're saying. So my husband gets into this trap all the time because we try to pay cash as best as we can for everything except a mortgage, obviously. And so he assumes everybody else does. And so he's like, oh, Bob bought a boat. You should see Bob's boat. Oh, I'd love to have a boat. And I said, and did you ask Bob what he's paying his monthly payments on that? Because remember, I was a financial advisor. I saw people's monthly expenses. I'm telling you, there's very few people that pay cash for things like that. Everything is on credit. So ears wide open if they're like, oh, we rented a beach house and we went to this, we had this fabulous beach holiday and whatever. Really listen and think, and you think to yourself, how could they afford it? We can't afford it. Your husband does the same job as my husband. You aren't picking up on how it was paid for. Or oh, you go into somebody's house and it's beautifully decorated, brand new furniture and everything. Listen really closely to other things, like is everything on payments? And once you start realizing that put a spotlight on some of that, you start to feel better about yourself. And you can start to shine within, because do you remember the bumper sticker you'd see on old clunkers and it'd say, at least it's paid for? That's a peace of mind you cannot buy. So ears wide open, really listen to what people are saying. Are they saying something to try and make them seem better than you, or to make you feel bad about yourself? I want you to, and that could be the one of the blockages that you have. That's what's blocking your money, is you're feeling bad about yourself. All right. Ooh, whatever you wish. Look at the dragon card. When you lessen the importance of problems, look at that. The cards told you that all of the time. And suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel peace. The world responds to you. What a fabulous lesson. Number one, that is such an amazing lesson. Be thankful for what you have. Shine from within. Do what you can with what you have. Count your blessings. Count your blessings. And make it whatever you wish. The world responds to you. So are you responding by putting up these blockades and thinking, you know, I'm not working, or, our budget is a lot less. I mean, those are all realities, but maybe you could wish for how can I create a bit of an income while I'm still at home, right? And see what comes up. Make a wish. All right. So here's your yes or no answer. So you can pause it if you want. Ask a yes or no question. 1, 2, 3. Helpful people. Look at that. And with the family. Maybe you need to ask a good friend to watch the children for you for a minute, and you go out and you have a cup of coffee, nice and quiet. Or perhaps you need to ask a grandparent, can you come look after, I need to go for a run. Geez, we've had a really rough one today. If you, depending how close you are to your friends and family, do you mind, can you run over a casserole or something for us? Um, like helpful people who can help you. I think this is specifically with somebody who's birthed something new into their life. Could be a baby, could be a pet, it could be a new home. New home needs just as much care and attention, especially if you're mortgaged quite highly. Perhaps helpful people is somebody who can help you decorate. Go, I'd like to make this room a little bit more brighter. I've got $100. What do you suggest? Maybe your sister's a fantastic decorator. Ask them. People don't mind helping you. Anyways, I'm going to say if you pick number 1. All right. This is the last card. Let's see. Pick a number between 1 and 8. Obviously not 1, 3, or 5. I'm even going to say 4 possibly, but I didn't get any 4s in that. To me, that was a 1. And the number is, oh, look at that. Honest, I swear to you, I do not know what these numbers are. I swear to you, I do not know. And this is a house. So if you found in this pile that it was a house, you might want to watch this one as well. So this is telling me, again, the only card that we really got that was any kind of movement was the first pile, the ship. So this is telling me there's some inertia here. This is telling me that you're kind of boxed in by 4 walls, or perhaps working from home. Perhaps you work from home and it's not going so well. Perhaps you are in real estate or you are flipping houses. Um, or perhaps you're just stable and that's good enough. You don't ask for anything else. Perhaps all your bills are paid and you have $1 left over at the end of the month and you're happy with that. But then a big bill comes and now you're hooped. Or perhaps your house poor as well. You overextended on what you could really afford, and now you're really regretting it. Or even where you are stuck is not creating opportunities for you. So perhaps your house, maybe perhaps you're underwater on your mortgage, or the value of it has dropped so much that it's almost like an anchor for you at this point, and that's your blockage. You can't move to somewhere else where you can get the same job, but it pays a lot more. Or perhaps you're in a job that you can't move. If you, let's say you work at, in a government job, let's say you work in municipal city government job. Well, you can't transfer to another city. Another city might have something very similar, but you'd have to go through the whole hiring process and whatnot, versus like a transfer or a move up. So there's something here that's holding you back. So let's find out what it is. If your number wasn't called, then like I said, you don't have any money blocks. There's something else going on if you're struggling with money, but you have no money blocks. Okay. Which is good news. That means you're in complete control of how much money you make. So if you feel like you're not making any, the harsh reality is because you choose not to make as much. I know, I'm going to get some hate, but that's sometimes the truth hurts. All right. Maybe you're not applying for that promotion. Maybe you're not applying at that different company that pays a little bit more because it's just so much work. And when it's really not. All right. So let's get back to this pile if you chose number 4. Archangel Phanuel. Hope, optimism, new beginnings. And did you hear the doorbell rang? This is on a house. It's like, hello, hello. Just as the angels showed up. I'm still in awe of this. Hope, optimism, new beginnings. So perhaps that's what you need. That's what this angel is coming to say. You know what? Maybe you are like, look at this house is not brand new. It needs some repairs. It's been around for a while, kind of overgrown in the front, needs a new paint job. Perhaps you need to freshen up where you live. Perhaps you need hope, optimism, and new beginnings. Perhaps you're down in the dumps and this is what you need. There's a castle up there. All that's keeping you from being in your king of the castle is hope, optimism, and new beginnings. Maybe you need a fresh start. Maybe where you're working, it is a glass ceiling. There is no more going up. Maybe you need optimism to find a new job. Maybe you need to find a new house. Magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. I'm getting a real strong call here that this is more to do with looking at gratitude and blessings and evidence that you do have nice things in your house, in your home, in your stability. And looking at what's going right in your life, I'm going to say that perhaps your blockages, you're looking at what's going wrong in your life rather than what's going right in your life. The Wailing Tree, reconciliations. Isn't that an interesting card? I'm going to say that the Wailing Tree, reconciliation, is your blockages is you are focusing on what's wrong in your life, constantly complaining. Don't turn it off. constantly complaining what's wrong, looking at what's wrong. This is such a dump. I hate my job. I never have any extra money. Yeah, the bills are paid, but I have no fun. Yeah, the clock agrees with me. I think this is your blockage. Very, very strong. Time machine. You're looking at the past too much. You're looking at the past. Perhaps 10 years ago you were making more money and you had more money, or perhaps you were married and then the two of you created more money and now you're divorced. And now you're not looking forward to the future at all. You're not living in the future at all. You're living in the past. And you're complaining about, when you complain, you're living in the past. When you're grateful, you're living in the now. And when you have evidence, when you write down in your evidence journal, and I've taught about the evidence journal before, you're having evidence that your life is getting better. You're living in the future. This is to me the best reading, because this is completely on you. You completely change it. You can change this around the minute you turn this video off. Go get yourself a piece of paper and write down evidence of things that are going right in your life. You're breathing, aren't you? That's going right in your life. You woke up today. That's going right in your life. Are all your children on this side of the dirt with you? That's going right in your life. Do you have a roof over your head? That's going right in your life. So you look at all that evidence, and now you're creating a better future rather than focusing on the past. When you're looking at what's wrong or what's broken, anything that's broken broke in the past. So you're living in the past. So you need to start to turn. Being grateful for what you have is living in the present. That's better than living in the past. I'm so thankful I've got this table, rather than this table leg is broken, this table wobbles, and I'm just so grateful I have a table. All right. Starlight. This is my favorite card in the deck. Don't slow down manifestation through hesitation or worry. See, what did I tell you? Keep the faith and create light in the dark. The path of the stars is made by the same energy. And look at all the stars on here. Look at all the stars on here. And this is starlight. So this is you changing your manifestation around. And inertia. That's all you have to do is change your thoughts, change your mind. This is the easiest out of all of them. Then you get the flow going. You get the flow going. You're like, well, how is that going to change my life? Writing down my evidence, or because you're getting the universal flow going. You're getting even the gratitude. Whatever you're grateful for, the universe will give you more of. And this is one of the universal laws. This is law of nature. Think of when after a drought, it rains. How grateful are all those plants? They're so grateful they bloom and sprout leaves, and they are very grateful for all that. And Mother Nature provides them more rain and go, oh, I didn't realize that. And then they don't become grateful anymore, and the flowers shrivel up, and bugs start eating the trees, and so the cycle goes. All right. So there you go. You have to start living in the now and in the future, not in the past. All right. Yes, or time for your yes or no question. If you haven't thought of it, pause it right now. Otherwise, your answer is in 3, 2, 1. Perfect timing. This message came to you in perfect timing. Everything's in perfect order. All right, so what did you think of that? That was crazy. That was crazy with the sun in there. I swear to you, my subconscious took over and put it in there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support. I sure appreciate you. Please take good care of yourself and tell those you love that you love them. Send them a text. See you online. Bye for now.